everywhere you would go. And then he would give you, of course, he would do the Jewish genealogy and tell you how you were related to this one and that one, and so on and so forth. And now obviously I'm still going. My father, he never threw anything out. My mother tried to throw a lot of things out, but he still managed to save a lot of things. And so we're going. Now we're going through the house trying to clean it out. We see his papers from 1960s, 1950s, 1970s, and you see some of the trials, tribulations, and travails he went through in the field of chinuch, of Jewish education, where he really went into it as an idealist, not as a cold-hearted manager, as maybe would have been better for him. And his goal was to educate children and to bring Torah to them, and really that was his passion in life. Even though later in life he went into other things, his passion really was to be Marbitz Torah, to spread Torah, to be Makar of people to Judaism and Yiddishkeit, and to educate people. Like we're going through the books in his house, tons and tons of books on education, advanced books on college, advanced degree level books on education, and books in Hebrew on chinuch, and that was really his pride and joy and what he was most proud of in life, and a great part of his legacy. And then my mother, and again, so this was a group effort, my brothers and sisters and I, and we come up with these nuschos. So my mother, I wanted to call her an Eshes Chayil, and my brothers and sisters said, nah. What? My brother and sister said no. Well, she wouldn't have liked that title, so. But we had to come up with an Aleph, and it's not so easy to come up with an Aleph. So, but she was also Isha Avuva V'Heves L'Bali L'Tel. She was beloved. Both my father and my mother, they loved each other. They loved the children. They loved the grandchildren. My father's Talmidim loved him. He loved them. My mother's friends loved her. She loved them. And Semel Tzidkus B'Tzura Tamima. My sister came up with this line. My mother was an example of Tzidkus in a real fashion. My mother was very genuine. She sure was not phony about anything. I think everybody can agree to that. She said what she meant. She meant what she said, and a real kind of tzidkus, not an exterior kind of. It was an internal, real tzidkus from her heart, from her soul. Whenever she would do a mitzvah, a good deed, she gave her whole self into it, and even when she would do things to be creative, artwork, beading, all these things that she was into, she put her neshama into it, and she wanted to beautify the world around her for her family. She always wanted to make things beautiful in a very creative, unique way. And Ritzas Ragla Ligmo Chesed B'Chaliba, when she would run to do chesed, and when she would do chesed, she would do it with her whole heart, her whole soul. And so we got an Esther, Aleph Samach, Taf Reish out of that. And that's what these stones are trying to convey. And with that, I'll give it over to my brother. Okay.
I'll just say that since they died, there have been two RAs born.
They're both here.
They're both here, which unfortunately they didn't.
Mine's a Kohen. He's not there.
You'd think that would help some of the healing, but it really doesn't. It's just time. We all miss them so much, and nothing's really the same